Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to deliciously watch. I'm up here, by the way. How you doing? So, today I'm going to play some Path of Exile.
Why not just execute us and be done with it, Dominus?
I don't know. So I learned of a build that
True.
is apparently really fun to use, which is a Spark and Orb of Storms style build. Which, from there, I'm going to try to guess how to build it. Now, I've only seen the two main gems you use to make it, and my whole stretch with the introductory of this video is to fill you in with the factor that I am going to be playing this periodically, where I'm going to be playing it enough. Let's equip that for now, why not? Where I'm going to be trying to make this build and see if I can make it work by my own instincts. So, other than hearing about the build, I'm not going to look up any guides, I'm not going to look up any of that, and see if that's possible throughout my progress throughout these mini video series. Now, the whole process of this is I'm going to be going through the entire game, I'm going to play from start to finish, and I'm going to make sure I can achieve this said build for the Scion here. I played this game quite a bit, and it sort of has that vibe of Diablo to me anyway. I mean, obviously because of the friggin' view and everything, but it has that feel of Diablo too, where, you know, that comforting thing where it has so much to give you, and it's just fun to play. This game itself is actually quite nice because of the fact of how it keeps on evolving, it keeps on changing, you know, things are never quite the same.
Exile is a lesson, and I've always been a fast study.
Alright. One of the important things of Path of Exile is always having plenty of health. If you can't get a hold of plenty of health, think of gear you can find throughout the game that can help you boost your health along with your stats, such as crit multipliers and all that other stuff. You know, try to do with what you got for this tree. So far what I've gathered is this right here. Is you go through like this, at least from looking at this, and I'm going to try to fill this out because I'm already seeing the heart. I usually go through this anyway with my other build I use with this. I usually go with like a lightning arrow build. Usually is a safe, easy build to do. It's foolproof, plenty of life, plenty of crit multiplier, plenty of projectile speed. Have a, you know, spread shot for your arrow, and it's again very easy to build and not too hard to master. The only problem you need with the game is to make sure, or the only thing you do need, should I say, is you gotta have plenty of slotted gear to make everything work. You don't need amazing gear right off the bat, you just need gear that has a lot of slots that link. You can make linked gear over time, or you can find it off the ground, which I'd advise just farming for the gear, or trading in some chaos items to be able to do so. My brain right now is having brain farts and create chaos orbs. There we go. So off the bat, I'm going to go with this, the projectile speed. And then for this right now, I'm going to leave alone. I'm going to try to guess if I'm correct. Alright. Either way, I'm going to try to aim for that circle of health. Or at least try to make it to there. And then guess from that point on.
I have nothing more to give.
It's gonna be a fun little trek, I suppose. Even if I fail or I screw up along the way, you know, at least I learned what I did wrong. If you're gonna watch this video series along with the progress, please try to keep spoilers of the build. If you actually know the build from heart or whatever else, do not say anything about it. You know, just talk about, you know, be very vague. Like, if you can't help it, just be as vague as you can. Otherwise, I'm trying to guess this on my own. For now, I'm using the projectile or the spectral throw until I get to my vault, because I pre-farmed the said. I was pretty much playing until I wanted to figure out a build to try or attempt. I didn't go around asking anybody what kind of build, I just sort of heard about it. So I was like, huh, that sounds interesting, I want to try that. But make it challenging where the meta is not quite handed to me. It's sort of like I'm going to try to see if I can guess how it works correctly.
I'll not be joining you today, dead man.
Well, that right there's an easy chrono.
Welcome to our home away from home. Lion Eyes watches at night.
Judging by those...
Well, blimey.
Fine work with Hillock. Where'd you learn to fight like that?
Not a damn clue. Why not? I'll go with that, because none of those I really need. As you can see right here, again, I was pre-farming for this. I was trying to think of what I could do or try, and came up to this, so. Oops. Yeah, as you can see, this is all a mess, but. Alright, got Spark. The rest of these, or most of this, should I say, I'm going to be trading into the vendor. Other bits like Molten Shell, I'm just sort of guessing. So it looks like I'm going to have to put into that int, so I'm probably going to have to go across one of the trees. Alright, what the hell do I have equipped to this? Oh. I see what I was doing. I'll keep the multi projectiles equipped to that. Yeah, for now I gotta have to
Hello.
sell some of this vendor trash. Alright. Damn, that's a lucky roll. Okay, it wouldn't let me do it there for a second. I'll keep that, toss that, and toss that. Keep that, obviously. Toss that. Keep that. Very similar to these two items here. I'm not too sure what these whispering essences do, but it has their own unique effects, so they're kind of like a new upgrading system item, which you could find along the way. Again, I'm very unfamiliar with the stuff and the new expansion. Like, I am assuming that all the stuff you find along the way are just going to be like that, where... Let's just destroy it. I don't need it. Alright, so... keep that as well for the heck of it. Sorry, moth just flew across my face. Alright. So I need to go to the Tidal Island.
I've a simple choice ahead of me. Kill or be eaten. I have nothing more to give.
I'm one of those type of guys that keeps the map open, so if that bugs your eyes, I do apologize. That moment you realize you forgot to switch out that other sword. Oh well. I'm over here sitting in my head going, man, I could sure go for a scepter right about now. Kaboom. There you go. My thought has been answered. Alright, screw that thing. It's tempting. Alright, let's grab it. Turn it into a new ring. Either way, I gotta start working on the...
Life grows, even in a graveyard.
int. So I need to at least get some int early. Either through gear or... Oh, here comes Flame Lady. Oh, another
I have nothing
chromatic. Yeah, the game will... almost died. I wasn't paying attention. go to +5 intelligence. That seems very obvious to pick that. Like, it seems like that'd be the obvious choice to go up there. Like, I'm just staring at it right now. Like, my brain just focusing on that point right there, and as I'm getting hit. Like, it's telling me to go towards that.
Khan's canoe struck this sand with the force of destiny.
Basically, over time, I'm
At his
going
back,
to be
the greatest war
doing
host in
these
Khan
videos
history
and
tamed
over
the
time
wild
lapses,
sea,
so
their
it's good. You
canoes
can
coupling with the land one
shut up.
by
Anyway, yeah, I lost train of thought. The videos that we put over time frames, so I'm going to put some work into the game and then follow up with it in a future video showing how much progress I made, what I've discovered, and all that nature. I mean, other than that, I'm going to be doing normal videos like I usually do. Like, if games I find interesting or whatever else, or games I played and just want to show off, or just show and, you know, bring some light to them. I mean, this game doesn't need no light brought to it, trust me. It's, even though I'm saying that, there's barely any light in my room right now, but what can you do? Yeah. Good game, otherwise. There's no way that guy already hit that level. Shit, that guy has no life.
I have
No
nothing left to
fucking life at all. Alright, let's use Kimbo and give myself 20%. I almost tossed this at first. My brain was just like, I'm gonna toss that. And I was like, no! You heard like freaking skid marks as I was doing it. You know, this. Well, you better knock that off. Don't you dare. Yeah, this is the thing I was telling you about before, the new Atlas content here. Interesting little things, like these are enemies that you can unfreeze and then fight, and then you get like a shard or something you can use to upgrade your gear. Haven't used them yet, but I'm gonna wait. So this game, or this DLC, also includes 30 new areas as well.
death is a mercy.
There we go. Oh, these moths. They're a curse to me. can keep going for now and then build up at least 5 of those points.
I have nothing more to give.
See, if I just do 1 point at a time, it's harder to forecast. Damn, and plus it gives me more of a reason to do some downtime. So level 4. Got the medicine chest. I believe that's for the Orb of Regret, or the Book of Regret, which gives you 2 regret tokens that you can redeem to get a reimbursement if you decide you don't like what you did for the last 2 or whatever items you picked. It's useful, so if you want to tweak it, so you feel like your character's doing not so good in certain categories, and you can change them accordingly. So you go, okay, I don't need as much damage anymore, survivability, so you can go and add more towards health or something, which I'm going to go towards anyway, regardless. I need to actually get the software for this laptop so I can actually use this button over here for keep my character stationary.
Far too much baggage.
No kidding. So I can actually use it for holding out, like for example, you know, being stationary and what other things for games. Time to head back to town and turn in this credit.
A medicine chest. This means
Already got the
You managed this.
item, so I don't really need to get another.
Animals don't seem to rise up.
Alright. Okay, let's just do upgrade normal item to one of the guaranteed properties, restricted to lower 5 below. Weapon is leashed as life. Armor is 5 to 14 to maximum life. Quivers, blah blah blah. It's actually pretty nice. Okay, let's put some of this crap away. We're going to try to get up to the cliffs that I'll call it for this video. Or should I say, we're going to get up to the marshes, and then we'll call it. Look, we'll unlock the door, then we'll dust our hands and say thank you all for watching, that kind of thing. Alright, so now we're going to head off towards the... Well, we're already at the coast, or I say the cliffs. Past the mud flats here, should I say. So probably by the next time you see this video or any updates,
I have nothing more to give.
yeah, might as well. That's actually pretty nice. That actually is a pretty darn nice. Whoa. Alright, let's make sure there's no enemies in here, so I'm gonna run around a little bit and clean them out before I touch that.
I learn, I kill, I live.
You go, girl. Alright, let's cut out all these rollers. Like this nest. Yeep. That's kind of a creepy thing for a to have. I have that one already. But it doesn't hurt to have another. Yeah, the last build I went with was mostly evasion and mana shield. This character, again, I was just using, you know, like a typical buff and lightning arrow build, and it was a glassish kind of tank, but it had a lot of power to it. Like, I nicknamed it Gauntlet build, but it was, you know, something that everyone's already probably used already before me, so it's nothing, you know, I invented. It was just something off my top of my head. I just said, alright, let's try this out. Like, this experiment with this type of thing I'm doing here is I want to try to take an idea and try to make it my own. And see if I can do something good with it without quite being as meta. come I can't equip both? Or equip this? Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. I just realized that in order to do that I need space. Okay. Maybe I can't. Alright, let's try this. Looks like you can only single hand that. That sucks. I guess people might have been doing what I'm doing here and dual wielding this. Maybe it just wasn't like that to begin with, so that's why they're kind of like, yeah, you can't use two wands. Tough buttons for you. Just assuming. Doesn't mean I'm right. If you guys got any questions about what I'm trying to approach with this build, just let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to answer that as good as I can.
Black storms descend.
Good dialogue. You're like, you just said good dialogue, but yeah, you just turned off the dialogue. Yeah, I've already heard it already, but it's just making me think in my head. I was like, oh yeah, I listened to that a long time ago. It was pretty good. 10 out of 10.
I have nothing more to give.
Alright, so I got 1, 2, and 3, so I just need to find the door. And we'll call it good. So I might think I'm lactose intolerant. Now, it's a random thought just now, but I'm thinking about it. I was like, well, I had some ice cream earlier. You know, because fat people like their ice cream, I guess. Which I barely eat ice cream anymore. Like, I'm always offered it, and I'm just like, nah. Yeah, because I'm just not a heavy ice cream eater. I mean, I like it, but it's just sort of like I don't eat it as often. It's sort of like a rare treat to have. Like frozen yogurt or whatever. If you have it all the time, then it's nothing special. But if you have it like on a certain time, then it becomes, you know, something worth eating. So I eat it. There we go. Reached what we needed to do. Gonna grab this checkpoint over here. Go to the Fletched Pool. Then head back to town, then call it good. Yeah, the lighting in this room should be better next video. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, so it's like, you know, I'm doing this video kind of late. And I want to do more videos for the channel again. You know, I've been neglecting the channel a little bit, even though I've just, you know, got my oomph back. But honestly, I want to start doing videos again, and hopefully when YouTube lifts that restriction off of my live streams, I can do more live streams where I can just talk to everybody. Just have a good old chin wag, so to speak, with everybody. Won't be gaming related to nothing. Or actually it will be, but it won't. I just said gaming related to nothing. I'm silly. But, you know, just make it like a subject. Or even painting. Even I'll do a painting live or something like that. Now you're probably asking me why on earth did my channel get tagged for a copyright strike or a claim or something like that. Well, alright, long story short, YouTube already fixed the issue where it was kind of a harsh discipline, so they kind of adjusted it so it didn't quite hurt people as bad. But they did it where now, unless you're literally taking like movies or music and putting it into your videos and, you know, trying to make money off of it, then they get upset, which I can understand that. Even normal channels don't do monetization, or just regular old channels. It's basically Mike Mozart's company or what have you basically did something where multiples of a single video were getting tagged. So he told everyone, hey, rip this video. Mind you, I did not monetize it at all. Like, this video was not monetized. I didn't do that. I just left it up as sort of that net neutrality thing where everyone should have a free and fair internet, that kind of thing. His whole spiel with that. Everyone remembers that video a long time ago. I removed it since then, but the damage has already been done, so it's kind of like, get rid of it anyway. If he doesn't want... I mean, he could have did like... The thing with copyright holders like that, this is my thing, is they should be like a for every channel that's tagged, there should be like a 20-day or 30-day warning where the person who's uploaded that video has 30 days to remove that video. No harm, no foul. Then if you remove that, you're not penalized or not penalized, and all is good. Or if you acknowledge it, you have 5 days to remove it. So that way, no harm, no foul again. I think a lot of, even Nintendo or whatever else should apply this idea, because honestly, it's like you're penalizing people for silly reasons. Heck, even there's like YouTubers now complaining that they're getting in trouble for cussing on their videos. It's like, it's a human thing to cuss. I mean, no matter what, people can go out in the street and cuss, you know. So on a video, it should be no big deal. You know, nothing. Like, it should mean nothing, basically. So YouTube's like doing this rated PG thing on the website, even though they have a lot of things that warrant for people who do mature rated videos to be able to filter out this. A lot of people say 18 plus and all that stuff. And, you know, they had all these guidelines into play anyway. So if like a minor or something like that hears this stuff, you know, they already agreed to the terms. So if they're a minor and they're still listening to the stuff, the person who's cussing shouldn't be liable for that. So anyway, it's pretty silly. I think I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand the copyright thing. I do. I'm not against the whole entirety of that. I think, you know, if you have intellectual property, it should be yours. I get that. Hell, I'm playing a video game right now. I understand that. You know, if Grinding Gear Games is really offended for me playing this game on YouTube, which I don't really think they give a crap, then they would probably say, hey, take that down. But they aren't. They aren't going to, I don't believe. So it's a good thing. On the other hand, you have companies like Nintendo, you know, flipping tables over here because they don't want people to upload Pokemon or whatever else unless these people are a Nintendo partner exclusively, and the only thing they're going to upload is Pokemon or Mario, or only exclusive intellectual properties based off their assets, off their third-party owned or exclusively right-owned games or whatever else. You know, again, as long as it's on legal document, I can understand it. You know, fair is fair. It's like you owning an apple stand. You have rights to those apples when you sell them. No one can just walk off the street and steal your apples. if you want people to choose to buy those apples and you want them to buy those apples, whatever. I mean, at the same time, to people who review games for Nintendo, I can see it's kind of a harsh thing for people to just be penalized for reviewing a video game like Mario Galaxy or something like that. If a person wants to do that, how did this affect Nintendo in the past? And why is it such a big problem or a big deal now? The whole argument is that now that technology's advanced so further along, you know, there's a lot more detail behind production of games, like music and video clips and all this stuff. So it's third-party companies making the stuff, Nintendo, and so these third-party companies want their cake and eat it too, even though Nintendo owns the majority of publishing rights. So it's a big messy thing beyond some of the stuff I'm explaining right now. So it all falls down to the simple mom and pop YouTube channel who wants to just simply show off these games or just play them. I'm just killing those enemies for no reason. Should be killing the necromancer. Like, I personally can agree with it 50%, and I can disagree with most of it. Like, I don't think people should be penalized for playing Gradius or something from Konami, or, you know. I don't think people should be put into a guillotine because of that. Either they're, you know, people who do videos on YouTube for profit or not. You know, this is a majority thing here. I think everyone should be treated fairly and equally with that. And when it comes down to it, if the person's not trying to make a dime, but you tell them take that shit down, it's it's kind of silly. You know, I don't agree with it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm an internet nobody like everybody else, but it's like, you know, I think consumer rights are, at the end of the day, should be as it is, like the old school vibe or the old school motto. You know, the customer's always right, not the customer's right when we feel like they're right. You know, it shouldn't be like that. I mean, even if the person wants to show off like a 30-second clip or a 5-minute clip of them doing a high score in Super Mario Smash or something like that. I don't know what the hell the game's called. It's the baseball game there. But, you know, they want to show like a high score or something, and they just want to showcase the progress to get to that high score. They should be allowed to. I mean, there shouldn't be an argument to that. For the most part, I've seen a lot of third-party companies, a lot of indie companies, like, you know, show a lot of leeway and simply are just happy that people are showing off their game and they're showing these secrets that they happen to find. Heck, there's a lot of companies out there that like people to show off these secrets. I think there's a couple secrets in a game. Like, I think it was Serious Sam. No one found this secret for the longest time. And then when people finally found it, they were like, well, it's like no one found it, so I'm going to show it myself. So then the guy from, what's the company called? It's Kronos or something like that. They did some thing to show off the entire secret. Which is really cool, actually. It's an awesome little secret. But, again, it all boils down to that. I mean, people want to do stuff like that. Like, show secrets, or show tips, or, you know, play a video game because they love a video game. I don't know. Am I wrong for saying that? I mean, everyone here who most likely watches this video or watches this channel at some point or another buy video games to purely play them. It isn't because we're hobbyists per se. It's just because we enjoy playing a video game here and there. We like to play something to pass the time and have fun doing it. You know, it can be any sort of walk of life when it comes to that. I mean, I, for one, like playing video games because it distracts me. It keeps me going. It makes me think. You know, it does all these nice things. always use that.
A necromancer. I've travelled inland on the Emperor's Road.
There we go. There we go. I got 5 skill points. I'm going to spend those points accordingly. But for now, yeah, screw it. I'll just do it right now. Or I'll do a couple of them right now. So, boom, boom. And boom, boom. Tough decision, actually. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it isn't as easy as you think, by the way. I'm sitting here right now trying to think about where I want to go from this. Because Aradir just seems too darn good to pass up. So you have the spell damage. Why not? Let's go into that for now and apply. So if I'm wrong, either way I can fix my mistake and just simply use that for the extra mana. Now I can use Spark. And that, why not? But anyway, that is all for now. I'd like to thank everyone here for watching this video. More video game videos coming soon and just regular old blogs. So, take care. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to touch your damn nipples and do it properly.